As we approach the end of the year and the end of this Congress, the January 6th Special Committee is setting a schedule for the release of what will be their final report. Chairman Benny Thompson now confirms the committee is planning to publish the report the week after next on Wednesday, December 21st. They are also expecting to make criminal referrals at that time. According to new reporting tonight, they are considering referrals for at least 4 individuals in addition to ex-President Donald Trump. That reportedly includes former White House Chief of Staff and former member of Congress Mark Meadows, Trump lawyers John Eastman and Giuliani, and former Department of Justice official Jeffrey Clark. Now, so far, Chairman Thompson has not been ready to publicly name names.
We have not made a decision as to who, but we have made decisions that criminal referrals will happen. I wish I could tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, but all that's still being discussed.
As the committee continues its work to hold accountable the people who tried to overthrow American democracy on January 6, 2021, we're seeing examples from around the world, just the last 24, 48 hours, of how fragile democracy can be and how seriously these other countries are taking threats to their democratic order. In Germany, for example, police launched a series of raids at dawn yesterday, thwarting an alleged far-right plot to violently attack the parliament. The group, German officials say, was inspired by American extremists and the storming of the U.S. Capitol nearly 2 years ago. They were also influenced by QAnon conspiracy theories about everything from vaccines to the so-called deep state and mirrored some of the same language. Shortly before the raid on Wednesday, one of the suspects posted on Telegram, quote, "Everything will be turned upside down. The current public prosecutors and judges, as well as the heads of the health departments and their superiors, will find themselves in the dock at Nuremberg 2.0. Of course, perhaps more than any other state on earth, Germans know how dangerous this all can be. Last century, its Weimar-era democracy was overtaken by far-right extremists who launched arguably the most murderous government known to humankind. So that's pretty seared into the German memory. Thankfully, this plot was thwarted before the group could execute any of their plans. According to Germany's public prosecutor general, the group had an armed wing. It included former military and intended to form a new army. Their ringleader, who they plan to install as the monarch, is a 71-year-old aristocrat named Heinrich XIII. He comes from an ancient royal family that ruled part of central Germany for centuries. In a tradition dating to the 1100s, the family names all male heirs Heinrich, followed by a number, and they go all the way up to 100, and then they start over. So now Heinrich XIII, who you're looking at there, has been arrested, along with 24 other members of his group, who Germany's interior minister called, quote, enemies of democracy. She also said the government would respond against such plots with the full force of the law, which of course makes sense. Now, the same day, the very same day, halfway around the world, the other hemisphere, another democratic crisis was brewing. This one in Peru, where the president, Pedro Castillo, faced an impeachment vote and went on TV to announce he was going to dissolve the legislature. He said there would be new elections and a new constitution. His vice president and the Supreme Court called it a coup attempt. Plainly it was. Several members of his cabinet resigned immediately. Now, Peru has its own reason to be worried. It's long had a fragile democracy, struggling against both armed rebels for decades, as well as the authoritarian aspirations of various elected leaders, not to mention corruption. Within just 3 hours of the current president's attempt to overthrow the government, the legislature overwhelmingly voted to impeach President Castillo. He was removed from office. He was then taken into police custody and accused of rebellion and conspiracy. In a statement, federal prosecutors said that they condemned the violation of constitutional order and added, quote, no authority can put itself above the Constitution. Brings us to our own country, where I have to say it remains just astounding to me that the man who plainly attempted to end the American constitutional order, who on live television fomented a violent insurrection against the rightfully elected government to install himself in power over the will of the people, is just chilling at his retirement home in Florida, from where he essentially runs the entire Republican Party. He is running for president again. He is the only declared candidate for president again. Other countries, like Germany and Peru, democracies like ours, recognize a threat to their constitutional and democratic order when they see one. It sure does seem like they take it way more seriously than we do. And I think part of the reason for that could be that they're way less complacent about how resilient democracy is, how much of a threat someone like Donald Trump can be. But I'm going to talk to someone who's decidedly not complacent and has been working very hard for several years now to hold Donald Trump accountable for his actions. Congressman Adam Schiff, former impeachment manager, a member of that January 6th committee, joins me next.